It gotta be. I forgot to tag my products to the live. That's okay. I'll do it after the fact. Mhm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see. What's up? What's up? Hey, Linda. What's up? Calling out nonsense. Why can I hear myself? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing it? Oh, I hate when it do that. It's doing that echo thing again. Let me. Sometimes sniff my arms. What is this? She said sometimes put my arms under my armpit and superstar. What's up, Jack? Fact, I hurt myself getting here. Don't hurt yourself, girl. Take your time. Hey, calling out nonsense. What's up, Lolita? Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Sometimes when I get nervous, I put my hands out in my armpits and smell it like. Okay, let's see if I have an echo. I don't know why it's doing that, but I don't like that. Oh, my lips is dry. They are very much so parched. What's up, everybody? Double tap the screen. Let's get those likes to match the amount of people that are in here. And hit that share button. Sharon is Karen. Okay. Please and thank you. And while I have your attention, we're going to just go over a few things. Okay. Not a lot. Welcome to Summer's Room. Oh, why is it green like that? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want no green background. Welcome to Summer's Recap. We got some things to talk about, but before we get into the tea and me talking about my own, giving my own opinion, my own perspective, I want you guys to come on over, get comfortable, get your beverages. You see, got my customized tumbler. Oh, my Lancer, get you one. Maybe one day I'll actually create them so that I can sell them because that is the goal. Get your snacks, get what you need while I'm going over these little tidbits before we get into the tea. Hey Tracy, how you doing, love? First and foremost, over here on Summer's Room, you are entitled to have your own perspective, your own view. You do not have to agree with me. We can agree to disagree. Over here, have your own opinion, do what you do, but I just ask that you don't do too much. The other day, I got a little bit messy in the comments where I feel like everybody kind of teamed up on one person, and it was uncalled for. We could be adults, you know what I'm saying? We could be logical, you know what I mean? Be kind, you know? Also, so have your opinion, have your perspective. I just ask that you please don't do too much. Make it an enjoyable experience for everyone. Okay. Also, if someone else goes live, your favorite content creator goes live and you rather be there, please do not announce it in my comment section. That is very, very much so rude. Okay. Don't announce it in the comment section. Just go ahead and leave quietly and do your thing. What's up, Shonda? How you doing, girl? What's up, y'all? If y'all like a very opinionated person and sticks to her guns, go check out Shonda's thoughts, okay? She covers a lot of different things on her posts, and you might be interested in it. And make sure y'all following the Jack Fact Most Played. Are you starting your YouTube? Are you posting content on YouTube, or is this just your engaging page? Got you, girl. I just got May's Tumblr today. It was cool to see my design on it. Oh, nice. What's up, Pammy Pooh? Thank you so much for being a member. I see that star, girl. Thank you. If I hear myself talking, it's game over. I suddenly can't speak. What? You could do it. You can't hear yourself. It's just you in your own world, okay? So anyway, those are my two announcements. Don't announce other content creators are live in the comment section. Have your own opinion, your own perspective, but let's not do too much. Let's be a little mature. You know what I'm saying? Also, for those who may know, some of you may not know who this person is, but I wanted to let you guys know if you missed the post, we had a roomie a social media content creator. The announcement of her passing. Some of you may know Rachel Davis. She was sick with cancer, and I found out today that she passed. So if you guys want to stop by her page on her latest post, send your love, your wishes, please do so. Send some doves in the comments for Rachel. Keep her family. She has a son. Keep her son in your prayers. Her wife in your prayers. And her in your prayers. Okay. That's wild, man. Rachel, woo, she just wanted to spread positivity. She wanted people to be happy and, focus on being nice and kind versus the negativity, baby. You talking about the echo? I meant, oh yeah, I don't. It's only when I put my ear pod in. Sometimes I don't know why it does that, but I don't like it. Let me know if y'all still can hear me because I'll be muting myself sometimes. Hey, Black said, how you doing, boo? What up, Stacy Marsh? How you doing? Everybody in the building. Let me see. So we are here to talk about Tukay's. Predominantly, we're going to be talking about Tukay's live that he did yesterday, the court of public opinion, where him and Sherell went head to head. He was defending Robert. Sherell was supposed to be defending Bree, but she didn't really come with no facts. But understanding now that she wasn't really entering the saga, she had her own personal thing going on, and she just don't like the boy. And apparently, it's because he triggered her when he called. She says that he called the twins two turtles, and that triggered her, and it reminded her of her baby daddy. So she been on his head since, okay? And she sounded like she wasn't really caring about what nobody else had to say or nothing like that. She just wanted to be on that man's head for her own personal reasons. Now, before we get into the scene, I'm gonna play a couple of clips for you guys. I want to ask you guys a favor. You're never obligated to do any of this, but I'm going to ask you anyway, because if I don't ask, you won't know. Recently, I hit over 10K subs on YouTube, and YouTube entered me into a bonus where we have an opportunity of earning up to $1,000 if I can accomplish a certain goal. So y'all see on the live, y'all should see a little gift box. I circled it right here. It should look like a little gift box, not the dollar sign. It should be a little gift box. When you click on that gift box, I think you're able to buy something called jewels. I have to get one gift on 3 different lives within a month to qualify for this bonus. So if you find it in your heart that you want to gift me, please do so. Never an obligation. If you have it, I would love it. If you don't, that's fine as well. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I have a new monetization tool called Gifts. And if you want to bless me because you like what's going on, pop your stuff in the way that you know how to do it, okay? But come on, let me pull this up, okay? Because let's get into it. Click the like button. Yes, double tap that screen just like y'all do on that clock app. Double tap the screen just like y'all do on that clock app. But first and foremost, not only Sherell and Tukay Live was a whirlwind. I don't know how many of you guys are following the Chef Carmen drama and Tay. So I put up a post a couple of days ago where I have not confirmed it, but it looked like Tay might have had some work done, okay? And do your thing. You grown, live your life. You know what I'm saying? But however, some people are alleging that Carmen is trying to divert attention from that. Although I haven't seen a lot of conversation surrounding it, honestly. I haven't seen a lot of coverage of it. I see some people posting it, but it's mostly like in troll groups. And Chef Carmen went off yesterday. She deleted those lives. I caught some of it, but she was cursing up a whirlwind. But anyway, we're gonna backtrack, okay? Let me backtrack, and we finna go ahead and get into this Briana, Robert, Sherell thing. So the part I want to focus on, y'all, is this. Now we know that Briana and Rob has an up and coming court case soon because Rob is holding her in contempt. Summer, she did not say he triggered her when he called the twins turtle. She said her sole reason for not liking RH is because he reminds her of her ex. Right, triggered her. He reminds her of her ex, i.e., triggered her because he called the babies allegedly twin turtles. Yeah, same thing. What up, dramas and doobies? How you doing, boo? So, um, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Reading comments always make me lose my train of thought. I got to do better. Um, okay, so the part that stuck out to me that I want to focus on is this, right? We know that Briana and Rob have an up and coming court date, right? Oh snap! I don't think I shared those screenshots with me. Dang, I don't think I should. I'm supposed to send them to myself when I did. Anyway, they have an up and coming court case, right? And Sherell and Tukay do this court of public opinion where they are defending their persons. Tukay got Rob, and Sherell had Briana. At one point in the segment, not the same thing. That's your opinion, Lolita. That's your opinion. In my opinion, it's the same thing. Her having an issue with him saying twin turtles and it reminded her of her ex, to me sounds like she was triggered. Let's ask the comment section, okay? Um, Lolita says she said her sole reason for not liking Robert Hampton is because he reminds her of her ex. Lolita feels that does not mean that she was triggered. Let me ask you guys, do you guys interpret that the same way? Put a 1 in the chat if you interpret her being reminded of her ex the same. Is it the same thing as being triggered? If you disagree that doesn't mean she was triggered, put a 2. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it means the same thing. I'm going to repeat it again because I know I said a lot, right? Sherell was reminded of her ex by an action that Robert Hampton committed. Is that the same thing as Sherell being triggered? If you agree that it's Sherell being triggered, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like no, it's different than being triggered, put a 2 in the chat. I'm not, Lolita, I appreciate your commentary, love. I'm not really sure where the mix up is at, love. But what I said was she was triggered by Robert Hampton saying that the babies were alleged twin turtles, which she interpreted that as something that reminded her of her ex. What Robert said triggered her, that caused her to view him as her ex. You said that is not her being triggered. But I ain't come here to argue back and forth with you, love. We agree to disagree. You don't have to see it that way. I see it that way. Let's move on. Back on track. Okay, so we know that she has this up and coming court case coming, right? So at one point during the dialogue, Sherell presents text messages that allegedly came from Briana, where it is highlighting a conversation between herself, Briana, and Robert Hampton about them reverting back to the agreement in their custody paperwork. Because Robert, in his consent paperwork, alleges that they had been meeting at all these different locations outside of what was in the paperwork for months. And then all of a sudden, Briana decided, I'm not doing this no more without any prior notice. Now, there's a couple of things I want to focus on. First and foremost, I don't think that was such a good idea. What up, Luck? First and foremost, I don't think that was such a good. What up, Teresa? What up, Teresa? First and foremost, I don't think in general that was a really good idea for Sherell to do, because why would you present screenshots that allegedly came from Briana of private conversation about Rob and the daughter, right? Why would you submit that publicly on the internet when one of the terms of their agreement is that private stuff stay between them? And she has an up and coming pending court date for being in contempt of these sad rules that she is being accused of not following. So I'm just like, that just can't look good. If Robert get a hold of that and present that in court, that can only build towards his case. Right? I see somebody said those messages were fake. Even if they were fake, let's say even if they were fake, right? And I'm not here to argue whether they were fake or real, because they could be fake or they could be real. And I'm gonna touch on that since Lolita brought it up, because I was going to get there, but Lolita brought it up. So a lot of people wanted to focus on the fact. No, let me continue what I was saying. Sorry, let me not get distracted. Let me focus on what I'm saying and not the comments. If Robert presents this information to the judge while he's already taken her to court to hold her in contempt for the things that he's accusing her of bringing to the public eye or disregarding, I don't even know if he mentioned in that paperwork that, because remember he was saying that when the whole thing with the passport came up, I don't think he even mentioned that in his consent paperwork. I don't even think that was listed. But I wonder if that's something he could bring up later on, like before the judge. But anyway, you go in there and present, listen, we ain't supposed to be sharing this stuff to the public, da 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 da. She got this girl, Sherell, who confirms that they had a private conversation, and although it initially didn't involve me, it ended up being about me. You got Briana, who I have not seen this video, so this is alleged too. Someone said that they have a clip of Briana confirming on a live that she talked to Sherell on the phone, and that it had something to do with the post that Sherell is now posting in regard to Robert Hampton. Now, I'm like, that can't look good in the court, like in front of the judge, like with him having all this stuff lined up. If he has these clips, which I'm pretty sure he do, with the way that his team, the people that have picked him, not gonna say his team, the people that have picked to rock with him is rock with him. I'm pretty sure they submitted all those clips to him to let him know she said this. We got this clip from Sherell saying that. We got this screenshot of Sherell saying these came from Briana. Da, 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 da. That's not gonna look good, because why are you sharing this with Sherell? What is she? Who is she to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? So you have people saying that the text messages are fake, right? You have people arguing that the text messages are fake. Now, I don't know if the text messages are fake or not. I know a lot of people are focusing on the fact that instead of that letter being a R, that it was an A. I'm going to tell y'all that that doesn't necessarily mean that the messages were fake. Okay? I say this because, first and foremost, you could customize that monogram in your phone. You can customize that monogram in your phone. You can change it, and or he could have it saved to something else in his phone, and when she saved the contact, it was that. And I know this because I have a family member whose name in my phone starts with the A, but the monogram for some reason is a Y. It's a Y. Then I said, well, I was kind of talking to my homie, and we like kind of bouncing ideas. And I'm like, well, maybe she had his name saved to something else, and she changed the name when she sent the screenshots, possibly. But it didn't update. Maybe it was slow. I don't know. Because maybe she had him saved as a-hole. First I said, maybe she had him saved as Amora Daddy, Amora Dad. Because, women get mad. We ain't fooling with you. If we got kids by you or something like that, we might change you to whatever that child's name is, their dad. We might also change it to things like a-hole, something derogatory. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the messages were fake. The messages could indeed be true messages, but for some odd reason, the monogram is not matching the actual name that's in the phone. And I can say this because, like I said, my sister name starts with an A in my phone, but her monogram is a Y. I have no idea why her monogram is a Y. And I was telling my friend, I'm like, every time I see it, I mean to ask her, why is your name monogram a Y and not an A? Like, I don't understand that. Like, it don't make sense. I thought normally it's like the first initial of your name. And if you have a first and a last, it's normally the initial of your first and last name. So whether those messages are real or fake are up for debate. It's up for debate. Because even if you have Robert in your phone, say you communicate with him and his letter comes up R, she could have very well changed his monogram in her phone for whatever reason, or his name or something, which would change up hers. So you would need to see previous messages. You would need to see her phone to see like what it is in order for that letter to see why that letter is what it is. Some people are saying the messages are fake, like maybe she created the messages herself, used the text app, whatever. I don't know. All that speculation. It could be fake. She could have created them, and it could be fake news, or it could very much still be real. But either way, to me, whether they are fake or real, why would these be messages you shared with Sherell, a person who was a social media content creator that has actual following? Like, Sherell get numbers. She's really big on TikTok. I see she on Facebook. I don't think she is as big on Facebook as she is on TikTok. And I think she got YouTube too. I don't really know too much of her doing YouTube, but I knew of Sherell way before all of this. Like I know Sherell from that big case with the lady that went to jail for 10 years. First of all, Sherell, you crazy. Okay. The lady that went to jail for 10 years, I don't know if y'all know about that, but Sherell took her on and exposed her for alleged scamming people out of their money for, I think, a tax program or something like that she was running. And that lady put a hit out on Sherell and was trying to take her out of here because she was playing with her money. Okay. She said, you in the way, you messing up my bag. Mind your business. You won't mind your business. So I'm gonna get you up out of here, which is absolutely insane. Okay. And people know her too for suing people. She just recently was suing somebody else. Yes, Ashley Grayson. She recently sued somebody else, and from what I understand, she lost that case. She didn't prove that case. But people know her for taking people to court. She ready to take you to court. And I know she do wigs and she sell merchandise, but baby, she be on people's heads. I also remember when she covered this lady with a food truck. It was real big. Keith Lee was out there. They was trying to push this lady, and they come to find out something about a tip he left. She ain't do right by the tip and didn't pay the people, and woo, it was a mess. Okay, it was a mess. Yeah. So I had questions about that. Do y'all want? Let me play this clip real quick. I think I sent this to myself, baby. I ain't do nothing right today. I thought I did, and apparently I didn't. Apparently I ain't do nothing right, and I didn't because I didn't send it to myself. I didn't send it to myself. Well, I thought I did, and I didn't. Anyway, if y'all missed it, go catch that live on Tukay. She sent the messages, and in some of the messages, this is what it was talking about. It looks like Briana reached out to Rob for whatever reason, but we can't see dates or times. We just see the messages. What up, Pearlies? We can't see dates or times. We only see the messages, and in these messages, Briana is like, listen, I'm not meeting you at the da 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 da. I'm going back to what's on paperwork. That's that on that. She was like, your post and my op post is matching up, and I'm not playing these type of games with you. So meet me back at the original police station that's in the paperwork. I'm not meeting you nowhere. I'm not making it easy for you. Rob go off and talking about you shouldn't have did what you did. You got me out here looking bogus, lying on me, this, that, and the third. You tripping, you delusional. We've been meeting here. Like, why we can't continue meeting here? Now, my argument is this, because in his paperwork, he said that she changed it without with no pre-notification, like he didn't know. So when I read that in his paperwork, I took it as thank you so much for the gift. I took it as the A is being from RH suppose is correct. Yeah, you gonna have to go back for the replay, love. We covered that part. I took it as in his paperwork, like she didn't give me no prior notice. I had no idea that this was happening, that she was changing it. I took it as like this is the day he supposed to be getting Momo out the blue. He getting ready to go get her, and boom, she changed the script on him. They en route or something, or he about to leave out the door. But I'm like, in these messages, he don't really make it clear whether it's like he was on his way to go get her. It's just a dialogue with them going back and forth of why can't we do this? We've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you changing it now? Like, you agreed to it. You need to stick to it. Now, hey, Lamb Chop, what up, Lady J? So I'm like, now, if they had this conversation prior to when he was supposed to be going to get her, the judge could look at him and say, well, yeah, y'all might have been meeting at these places before, but she said clearly in these messages she is no longer meeting you there. She's reverting back to what's in the paperwork, which, in my opinion, I think she would have every right to do because y'all didn't get it locked down in paperwork. I think the paperwork would take precedence over what y'all agreed that she would be able to stand on it. Now, the argument will be, when did he get notified of this change of her reverting back? Whether the judge will be like, no, Briana, you was wrong for that, or Rob, now you tripping. You might not have liked it, but you should have just went where she said she was meeting you at because you knew that that's where she was going. But something else that stuck out to me in these messages as well was he mentioned in the messages, he said, you've met me here several times in these various locations, as well as your father has met me here multiple times by himself to get or pick up Momo, right? And so that made me think about him bringing up Brianna's dad in that paperwork. So I'm just like, I'm still stuck when I asked this question the other day, and a lot of people didn't like it. Why now? If this has been happening several times, right? And you believe this man to be a predator, and you have the proof that he's been meeting with you by himself with Momo, and you believe that he has this crazy background to bring harm to children, why now is this being brought up in the paperwork? But anyway, y'all feel how y'all feel about that? It definitely made me question it. I'm wondering. He bringing it up now, awesome sauce, but I would definitely question his reasons for the why now versus the later. So I just feel like this is going to end up getting her in a lot of trouble if indeed, I mean, I feel like it's going to end up getting her into a lot of trouble if the language in their court order is that they're not supposed to be sharing private information, because she confirmed that she talked to Sherell allegedly. Sherell confirmed that she talked to Brianna allegedly, and then Sherell says she got these messages and then showed them online, or whatever. And so I'm just like, why would that be something y'all present? Why I'm lost at too. Why Sherell would show those messages on live? Maybe she didn't know that they had that in their court order, that they're not supposed to be sharing personal information. They're not supposed to be sharing personal information. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Pimo already answered that. Who was Pimo? That was in the original divorce decree. What was in the original divorce decree? Hey, smile through the tears. Did I say hi to you? What's up? So I just think that's going to end up being like a thing in court for her. I truly, truly do think that's going to be a focal point in court if Robert presents that when they do go to court. Right. That's what I'm saying. From my understanding, they're not supposed to have third parties involved or nothing like that, right? So I'm like, you sharing this information is wild. Him feeling like her sharing that information with Sherelle is wild. She wrong for that. Him feeling like, to me, him feeling like the dad is this crazy person and should not be left alone with kids, and him knowing this for months that she's been left alone with your daughter, makes me wonder, why now are you bringing this up? That's my question about Rob, and my question about question about Brianna is, why share this with another content creator when you already being accused of sharing private information, like leaking information to content creators already? Why would that be something you do? Again, like only further proving people's point, whether it's Rob in court or the people on social media that's judging you by your actions. Like, to me, that's crazy, crazy work. Also, another thing was, I'm like, Sherelle didn't care about nothing. She ain't care about the truth. She ain't care about the lies. She ain't care about what made sense. She ain't care about what didn't make sense. She had her own personal vendetta. She was focused on Rob for how she felt because of her past traumas with her baby dad, and she just ready to go off. I mean, she put up a post while she was on live with Tukay. She put up a post and pretty much was like, "Is Rob it's F Rob forever." Like, she don't care what's said. And I'm like, that's just crazy. Because I know at one point she mentions about how it's all about the kids, her protecting the kids. And when somebody joined the panel and was like, well, if it's about the kids, what about Brianna saying that Janelle punched her son in his chest? Like, what about that? And she's like, I don't know nothing about that. She ain't want to hear about that. Hey, Elisa, how you doing, Miss Anderson? And I'm just like, so is the alleged him, and some people say he wasn't calling the babies two little turtles. Some people say he was talking about the babies when he said two little turtles. That's up for you to decide how you see it, whether you feel like he was taking a shot at the babies or he wasn't. But even if he was, is that something to take up for over someone punching a young man in the chest? Like, to me, that would be worse. It also, something else would be worse is putting your kids in a line of fire with someone who has been accused of doing things to children, leaving them alone with them taking trips across the world. To me, that would be worse. I would be after the mother on that, not about some two little turtle doves. You know what I'm saying? That sounds wild to me. Also, she was talking about it was Tukay idea. What was Tukay idea? What, to bring her up there? I think that Sherell might have hurt Briana in the long run. Like, I think that this may hurt Briana in the long run. Like, if he gets a judge that's willing to listen, especially with their history, if there's a history of things being reported and filed, like if he has a paper trail of some of the things that's happening on social media, this might be the nail in the coffin for Briana. Like, this may be the nail in the coffin for Briana. Now, I don't know if that will lead to her actually losing custody of her child. But I think that this may definitely put a battery in his back to get changes for the custody that's put in place. And honestly, like I said before in my previous live, I think that it makes sense that the drop off and pickup point would be school. Y'all don't have to worry about a third party. Y'all don't have to, like, for most times anyway, y'all don't have to worry about seeing each other, talking to each other. I think they should check in. Hey, baby girl is dropped off. Put it in a parenting app. Hey, baby girl was picked up. Put it in a parenting. I mean, but they ain't really got to do that. They could call the school themselves to verify that. However, as parents, we try not to be not toxic. We could just make it easy for each other. But I think that would be the best thing, honestly. I think that would be the best thing. It's in black and white. It's not alleged. What's in black and white? What's not alleged? I'm sorry. A lot of times, by the time I see y'all comment, I have talked about 50 different things already. So if you could please somehow highlight what you are referencing to, so when I see your comment, I could try to at least know what y'all talking about. I would appreciate it, because I don't know. I don't know what that comment is in reference to. Robert shared more information this season. It is what it is at this point. Can that be proven though, Luck? Do we have video footage or screenshot evidence with two people confirming that they talked to each other and something was shared? And this is not saying that Robert is not guilty of the same thing. Like this, me highlighting one person because that's the focal point does not negate what someone else is there. I want y'all to understand that. Like people, when people having a conversation and outlining something that stuck out to them, it is not negating what the other person may have done, said, or be guilty of themselves. It's just that I can't talk. I'm not talking about two people right now. I'm talking about one specific situation. Like one situation does not negate another. Like the other day when I did my live and I was questioning how come Rob waited till now, and if he found this out in 2022, that was not negating the fact that if that man is indeed on paperwork, he has every right to not want his kid around him. But because I said that, a lot of people who are team the truth didn't want to hear it and was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't point out anything that might make the person who they are team for look bad. But I'm a logical person and I'm a thinker. And so if something sticks out, I'm going to ask a question. So no matter if it's about Rob, Briana, 2K, Sherell, whoever, I'm going to ask the logical question. Now, I don't know anything about Miss Season, so I can't speak to Miss Season. And I ain't seen nothing. But if you saying that she's guilty, she may be. I don't know. I have no idea. I have seen a couple of like pictures with him and the truth, but and something about them being in the pool, but I ain't really seen too much of her in the mix that I seen. But again, I don't watch them verbatim. Like Rob is not my only focus. Briana is not my only focus. I cover a multitude of people. They want to know why is when a question better late than never. They want to know why is when a question better late than never. Yeah, sometimes late is better than never, but sometimes late ain't good enough because things already fell. Things already occurred. And once those things occurred, you can't take them back. That person has been through that trauma. That person has been damaged. That person has been hurt. And now they have to live with that. Most people live with certain things depending on what it is for the rest of their natural life. So that's not always applicable. Like the action may not be too late to take, but it may be too late for that little girl or that little boy because they were in harm's way and these things did occur because they were not protected when the information was found out ages ago. Everybody didn't do their due diligence in that moment. Rob nor the mom, if they were aware of it, Rob nor Briana did their due diligence in that moment to protect those kids. Because if something happened, just because he's doing it now, but something did occur, God forbid, and this is hypothetical, you can't take that back. It already occurred. You know what I'm saying? So those were my questions about the things I seen. In my opinion, I think Sherell made more damage for Briana, and I could absolutely be wrong. I ain't no judge, I ain't no jury, but just looking at it, it sounds like it's gonna cause some trouble in that court if Rob presented or get the opportunity to present it. Now, another thing that was in there too, when they was trying to tell Sherell about that picture from the abuse that was put into this a lot of photos. I still ain't seen these photos. I keep asking every live, who is Pimo? I don't know. Oh, I mean, if it's another blogger, that's her opinion, that's her point. You know, and she's entitled to whatever it is. I really don't go check other bloggers for what their opinion and they post is. I look for stuff to come from the horse's mouth. But I don't know who Pimo is. I don't know who Pimo is. What up, Rise? So she that picture that Amora had put out, she herself said she put this picture out. She said they got on the phone, they had this meeting where they came together trying to figure out how they was going to prevent Janelle from leaving Briana because she had stirred some trouble up on the internet and he was ready to leave her, according to Amora. And so they put these pictures together that I still have not seen these pictures. I have still not seen these pictures. I only seen the one picture circulating. I have not seen any of these other pictures. I have not seen that one other picture except for the one picture. Only one. I've only seen one. And they had accused Rob of being the one to be the reason for the bruise and the scratch on her neck. And then Amora had came out after her and Briana had fell out and said, listen, I gotta confess something to y'all. I lied to y'all. That picture was not Rob. That picture was from Janelle. He had been beating on that girl, hitting on that girl. He abusive. She's stupid for being with him. She need to leave him. He ain't this, he ain't that. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Cupcake Boo, what's poppin'? Thank you for being a member of the channel. And he played the clip of Amora saying what she said. I wish he could have pulled up some more information because I feel like Briana did a live and she put up posts when she went off on Janelle. I shared those lives and that the highlights that I did where Briana went off and confirmed he had been abusing her. He had spit on her. He had attempted to trip her when she was pregnant. That he didn't want the girl. She put out there that he was frauding with his body butters. Y'all remember that? She went and put out he was frauding with his body butters. All these things. She put out that door ring. What is it? Door ring. Why I can't get it out? It's on the tip of my tongue. A Ring doorbell. She put out that footage from her camera from her door of Janelle coming up there trying to talk to her, and she didn't want to talk to him. She didn't want to talk to him, and she said he been cheating and all these things. She put all this information about that man and had said, I'm coming clean. I'm tired of keeping secrets. The Ring camera. I'm tired of keeping secrets. That man been hitting on me. He been abusing me. He been spitting on me. He ain't been there for me and the kids. He tried to trick me while I was pregnant. He don't want the baby girl. He this, he that. He all these things had came out. And screenshots of conversations she was having with various people. I guess they fell out or whatever. They end up falling out at some point, and so they end up exposing the conversations that they was holding on to at the time, which is wild to me because not wild because people have their loyalty to who they have their loyalty to. But it'd be wild to me, like, y'all know these people foul and they doing these things, and y'all dragging this person over here for something that y'all don't even. I have not seen, in my opinion, I ain't seen everything. I have not seen anything to support that Rob has actually abused Briana. However, we have Briana not only confirming in text messages, we have the picture that she is saying is him. We have the door ring camera, and for real, and for me, that's more of a case to believe that happened. You have Janelle in the messages saying that the cops is going to arrest him, all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? So why is this blinking like this? It is pissing me off. How can I get this off? So I'm just like, if we gonna hold someone else accountable for alleging that they were abusive, why are we not holding the other guy accountable for his abusive ways too? Hey, Tori Boo. Let me go see what somebody said. Because somebody said great question. Who said great question? Let me see. Right. They kept saying it was two other pictures. Where are they? We only saw. Right. I haven't. So y'all haven't seen the pictures either. That's wild. Robert isn't with Briana anymore. Why isn't the focus on Janelle? The hell she's going through now? I don't know what she's going through now, SC Island. And I don't be building stories. Like, I know what she went through. I covered that when it happened. Like, I just spoke about that. But I don't know what she's going through now. Essie, what is this? Follow Briana along through all her relationships, weirdo. Essie, they always talking about Robert Hampton. Told where he get the body butter to his family ex. Oh yeah, she put Janelle, baby. When I tell you one thing, when Briana is ready to run down, she won't run down on you. And then the crazy part is after she ran down on Janelle and put all their personal information out in the streets, scared them out. Then she gonna tell people pretty much like leave them alone. It's okay if I forgave him. We moving along. Y'all need to move along too. Baby girl, once you put something out on the internet, you cannot control when it go away. Your example should have been this thing that you went through with Robert. All this stuff happened 2, 3 years ago, and it's still being circulated. So it's like you haven't learned your lesson yet. You have learned nothing from this saga that you went through on social media with Rob, because you still repeating the same behaviors. And because I seen a video where she admitted she brought it to the internet. Briana said it's out her own mouth, out the horse's mouth. You did that. This happened. You want to move past it. But then you bring a new situation to social media, and now you want to move past that. It don't work like that, baby girl. You just gave people information to run with it another 20 years. You know what I'm saying? It's going to forever be circulating. Once you put it out there, that's it. Let's ask the first BD why he won't protect his 3. Great question, Smile. Well, it seems like it sounds like he is for her dad, because he put up this praising post about her dad. So I guess he don't agree with, his history. He don't think that he will do anything wrong to the kids. And I don't know for certain, but from my understanding is he didn't play a big role in his kids' lives initially. Like, he just popped up recently. So, and if that's true, he may not care. I don't know. She went live on Instagram saying he broke his parents. He broke his parents, wanted her to a blood test, and they didn't want her to have the baby. I remember that, Queen Nana. You talking about something old, right? Or you talking about she did a new live, Queen Nana? No man would just take his daughter from her family unless he sees the need to. I would hope not, but that's not true. I see, we got weird people out here that just like to be conniving. I'm not saying that's Robert Hampton, but we have people that will just do things out of spite. She put all that out and want to be mad when right. You can't put this stuff on the media and then be mad when people talk about it. It's like me coming on here telling y'all, and I'm about to start a rumor about myself, and maybe it'll run, maybe it won't. It's like me coming on here saying, oh, my husband beating on me, he cheating on me, and all kinds of things. And I put it on here, boo-hooing to y'all. Oh, my God, he's doing me so dirty. And then next week I come on here like, oh, we made up, we good, y'all. Stop talking about it. No, it don't work like that. Y'all gonna drag me for filth. Y'all gonna turn me every which way but loose, because I gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? The fake abuse claims wasn't in the divorce either. Yeah, I heard that, Pearly. Now, I have never read a divorce decree, but I heard that none of that is in there either. I heard that it's never been a police report or nothing like that. And people saying, oh, she was trying to protect him. That would be believable if she never brought it to social media. Hey, Cupcake, it's on the more page, the whole interview. What interview, Queen? With the 3 pictures, Queen Anna? She did the first baby daddy. I heard. And I recently seen Dawn did a live, and she showed some screenshots where the other baby dad was trying to take Briana to court for harassing phone calls. He was trying to get a protective order against her. I said, this girl been going through it since day one. Like, what's happening? Then back to getting back. Oh, not back to now. Y'all being Queen Nana. I'm not here to argue with anyone respectfully. We too grown for the name calling. Thank you. Yeah, let's not do name calling. We ain't gotta call each other names. We can agree to disagree. We can have different opinions, but we don't have to be nasty. Come on, let's be an example to the young folk, okay? Because I'm an old head. Let's be an example to the young folk. Lottie showed it. Didn't expose anything. Didn't know you got the right because he didn't raise them kids. He don't care. That was old. Queen exactly. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, he is going to agree with her daddy. He is the same way. Bree was 16 and he was 20. So, wait a minute. What? He was. Oh, I didn't know that. See, a lot of stuff. He was 23. She was 16 when they was dealing with each other. People don't like that on the other the south side of Facebook and stuff. They be on people head about younger people dating younger, and we won't talk about that because we got Trell on the docket, and I want to get y'all opinion on that. Briana has never got on here complaining about them weirdos talking about her. It's all about the kids. I don't know if that's true, look. I don't know if that's true, but I'm not. I'm gonna put a pin in that because I can't speak like matter of factly with it. I know that I have watched live where she cussed people out and told them that they old and they don't hear worried about her and talking about her and they need to go ahead and mind their business. I can say that for sure. So I don't know if that's true, love. But it's cool if she clapped back because who don't get tired of people talking about them, regardless if you put it out or not. Hold on, I think that's my daughter, y'all. Hold on. Oh, girl, you scared me.
Once you're done your life, can I have dinner?
Yeah. All right. Oh, she scared me, y'all. I opened the door. She was right there. My God. Oh, let me see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next one real quick. So I want to talk about this. So first of all, do y'all watch the North Carolina beat? I don't know. I know that when he got on that live, I was not expecting that for him to run down on Sherell the way that he ran down on Sherell. Okay. But baby, he's spicy and Sherell spicy. She called for him and he came and he ran down on her. And I'm like, is that stuff true? About the son and all that stuff? I was like, sip my tea and mind my business. So many of y'all may know, many of y'all may not know that Trell, aka Laquanda, has to register as a sex offender. Okay, so Sherell asked Tukay, "What's your beef with my guy? Like, why you beefing him? What's the problem?" Now Tukay say, "I just don't mess with ex offenders." Now, I'm gonna call 2K on that. He can feel how he want to feel. But all this beef started between Trell and 2K because they was cool up until a situation where 2K attempted to reach out to Trell and Trell wasn't answering his phone. It comes off to me, in my personal opinion, based off what 2K said on his live, that he felt like Trell was purposely ignoring his calls, and then it turned into a beef. And then after that, he said he found out about Trell's um past and said, "Oh, I can't fool with you now that I know about that." But Trell said that he been knew about that way before this situation, like when they was busting it up and he was helping him get his stuff together for his podcast. That 2K knew all about it. Okay, that 2K knew all about it. So, in my opinion, when 2K did his live, based on what 2K said, it sounded like he was calling Trell to be messy about Gage shutting him down off 2K when he joined that. I forget that lady name, Michelle Mitchell. I could see her whole face. She lives her life as a female, but she was born male. I can't think of her name. He joined the platform to get the tea. Gabe joined that panel, was like, get him off of here because Gabe don't like 2K. He was like, he's looking for clout, get him off here. We don't want him up here. And boom, he tried to call Trell. Trell, I guess, was busy doing whatever he was doing according to Trell. He missed the call. You don't even know he called. And then boom, the problem pursued. This was according to the live that I saw 2K have. Okay. So it is true that Trell is a registered sex offender, right? He became a sex offender 2 days after his 18th birthday. His birthday, I think, was on the 26th of August, and he ended up being charged 2 days after he turned 18. According to Trell, he said that he had messed with this girl. She told him that he was 16 at the time. He was 17. The girl told him that she was 16. They had intercourse. The mom found out, and the mom went and pressed charges. Because come to find out, the girl was not 16; she was actually 14, and the mom wanted to have heads on the stick. Like she was furious. So he said that he heard that he was being looked for. So he went down to the police station, unbeknownst to him. I mean, when he goes down to the police station, he said he admitted to having sexual intercourse with the young lady. He said, she told me she was 16. I'm 17. Um, I thought she was 16. And come to find out that the girl was 14. So in the state that he is in, because she is 14, I think the age of consent is 16. So she wasn't of age to consent to the intercourse with Trell. And because he was 18, and the gap was more than 2 years, he was considered an offender. It was considered He was considered an offender. So a lot of people hold him to that, and you are entitled. So some people feel like if you register, I don't care the reason why. Some people like, well, I need the details to see the reason why. But you can clearly see on his record that he legit turned 18 2 days before he was convicted of this crime. And I want to play the video for you guys because he actually talked about this on live, on TikTok actually. And I'm gonna play this for y'all if I can get it to work. Hold on. And I'm probably, let me take my earbud out so y'all can hear. For those who never saw this, I want to play this for y'all so y'all can hear what Trell said. And I'm gonna put up his record up for y'all. Not his record, because I was trying to find like a breakdown of what happened, like paperwork, but I can't find him in the system. The only thing I could find was him actually having to register. Now, Trell, I hope this don't offend you because I know this got to be sensitive for you. It's not intended to offend you, so I want to apologize for that. But as y'all can see, it happened in Georgia. He was charged with statutory rape, meaning it wasn't like he took it. It was a situation where someone may or may not have consented to it, but they were not old enough. Okay, he doesn't have a tier level. It says that I'm trying to see where is it. Can you see it on here? I'm trying not to show his birthday. I can't see it clear on here. It's not showing clear on here, but it was something like the event. The charge was 2 days after his birthday, but I can't see it clearly on here. Hold on, y'all. I'll upload it like on my page somewhere if you guys want to see it for yourself, or you can just put his name in Cornelius Brown. It should pop right up if you Google him. Okay. Hey, Dawn Marie. That's a messed up. Curly's, I agree. Men should really ask for an ID when messing with the girls. They should, but he was a kid. He was 17. Like, what kid looking for? It's like, you a young June, I'm a young June. We thinking it is what it is. Kids, whatever. Somebody's like, oh, he was too young. Let's be realistic. A lot of kids out here at those ages is doing stuff they ain't got no business doing. And unfortunately, he was caught up. I had a cousin who almost got caught up like that. Ooh, child. Okay, let me see. I don't know. And for me, let me see. Is it gonna play? This is so ghetto. Can y'all hear this?
If it happened 20 years ago, my nephew gonna be 21 this year. I'm 37. They charged me when I was 17. They charged me with. Sorry. Y'all do the math. We're gonna do math for it. If it happened 20 years ago. If it happened 20 years ago, my nephew gonna be 21 this year. I'm 37. They charged me when I was 17. They charged me with a charge when I was 17. Not when I was 16. They charged me. My birthday was June the 26th. My birthday is June the 26th, 1986. I was born at Fever Clinton Hospital. When I went downtown and the people said they were looking for me, I went downtown. I told the investigator and everybody, like, yeah, I did have sexual intercourse, but you know what I'm saying, she told me she was 16. Trying to find out the girl was like 14. It was not with it wasn't with no 10-year-old, no 11-year-old, no 9-year-old, no 8-year-old, no 6, no 5. Like, you really got some sick people out here too, though. Real talk. So you gotta always be mindful of a lot of shit. See what I'm saying? But back then in my days, if anything happened, the parents said they want everybody charged. They want to, man, don't you know almost 17, 18 niggas almost when we got charged? You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, and some people, they be trying to be pig detectives and shit, like, oh, well, you should have, like, how could y'all tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I was 16. When I was 6, they couldn't charge me. When I turned, on June the 26th, it happened before my birthday and everything. If y'all catching up with the fuck I'm saying and stop being pig detectives.
Let me read. Let me see if I can see it because I couldn't see it on that screen. Registration date was July 7th, 2005. It was a date on here. Where did I see the date at? It was like, I had a screen. I gotta find it because it had his date of birth on there, and then it had like when he was well, his registration date was 7/7, right? And his birthday was in June or something like that. But I had found something. I have to find it again. But it's a situation like when he got charged, he legit was 18. So it's not like when you go do the math for me that no nigga, this math say he was 25. Like, because I was showing the video and with the light on, you couldn't see the video. Right. Nobody at that, and it's not an excuse. Wrong is wrong. But in that situation, he was a young man. Some people feel like they don't care, and you entitled to that. He was a young man. He seen a girl. They was vibing. She said, yeah. He said, yeah. They did it. The mom found out. He got in trouble. The mom stuck into it. Now he has to register, I think, for the rest of his life. To me, that's a messed up situation. But it's not a situation like other people that we know who are on paperwork for RAPE and little girls when they was 25, 26 years old, and the little girl was like 12, and it was happening for 2 years, and and people rallying around this individual like they cool. So that situation is a lot different than that situation. You know what I'm saying? So, but to each their own. You entitled to say you register. I'm cool with you. You entitled to feel how you feel. That's your own personal opinion. So I'm wondering, with this coming out for Sherell, finding out that he's an offender, will the details matter for Sherell? This video came out around. It was a couple of months ago. He did that video when him and Miss Netta was beefing. When Miss Netta felt like Trell and Gabe was picking on him. Netta had came to the internet. Somebody told Miss Netta that Trell is an offender, and when she found out, she came to the internet and was talking about him. She was talking about him being an offender. She later on apologized for that. So when that came out, Trell did the live because people questioned him about it. He said that this comes out every so often, like every couple of years, something come up because somebody try to use it against him. The only thing for him, his story actually is explainable. But I don't know. I'm wondering, like, because y'all know she a part of the content creator house. So I wonder, like, if she gonna be like, nah, I'm cool. I can't deal with you. Like, I'm cool. Or if she gonna be like, that's how that happened. Like, we cool. Now, I don't know if his level of registration bars him from being around children or not. I want to say no, because Kay has kids. And I think that he's around her kids and stuff like that. Well, I guess that don't mean nothing because somebody else be around kids and they ain't supposed to be around kids. I don't know. So I don't know. But those were my questions. I'm trying to think. I think that was all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to highlight that. Oh, and stop talking. 20 years ago. Stop talking about Tukay's son. I put up that post about I put up that post highlighting the dialogue between Tukay and Sherell when she asked him about Laquanda, and y'all they in the comments talking about 2K's son talking about his diaper and stuff. Y'all leave that man alone. Lynn is what? Lynn ain't convicted or nothing, but Lynn is on video. So you right, and she doing that. But maybe she don't. Do she know? Smile through the tears because she seemed not to know about a lot of stuff. She might not know. Have we seen conversation with her finding out about what Lynn has been up to on social media? And wait, Maine is a part of the content creator house? Oh, well, hell. Well, hell. He said he was 38. He is about 39 now. Well, hell. Well, hell. Because I think Maine is he on that flyer? Let me see. Is Maine on that flyer? I don't even want him on my page if he on that flyer. Let me see. Because stuff like that, Let me see. Oh, it's not. I guess there's a limit on how many flyers I could show. He was charged as an SO, not child predator, so his restrictions would be different. I got you. She for sure knows about Lynn. She talked. Oh, and May not on the flyer, but I think he was on a flyer at one point, right? I feel like at one point I did see his picture on there. He not on there now. It's Laquanda, Jolie, Dom, Drashawn, Candy Red, Trish. This might be old because didn't Candy Rain get taken off too? Then maybe the flyer I got is old. Maybe the flyer I got is old because I feel like Candy Rain was taken off. I don't know. But that was my 2 cents for today. My question for Sherell is, are you going to stay in the content creator house or are you going to say I'm cool on all that? Will the judge throw the book at Briana for lining herself up by sharing those alleged messages with Sherell? Will Sherell continue to drag the truth through the internet streets because she is triggered by her baby daddy? And will this nonsense ever come to an end? Let me ask y'all a question before we go. Thank you so much for those who sent me a gift. I truly appreciate y'all. Do y'all think that this saga between Rob and Briana will ever come to an end? Do y'all think it's coming to an end? I just went to the page today and got that flyer. I took the last one that I saw. I took the first one that I saw. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check. Yes. No, it's not coming to an end. I don't think it's coming to an end either. Especially not with Briana giving us new series to go off of. Briana, please stop bringing your personal business to the internet. Stop it. Stop bringing it to the internet. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Please stop it. You sick of it? Child, I'm almost about sick of it. Nope, because they get in a bag. Oh, bingo. Bingo. They getting paid. They getting paid. Hey. Now, like I said, that might be the motivation because I ain't got a big bag off this stuff yet. So maybe I don't understand why somebody is ready to air out their personal business. Maybe I should air something out and get dragged on social media and see what kind of bag it bring me. Nah. My husband ain't going for that. My husband ain't going for that. Out and stop befriending and stop befriending your supporters on the back end. Stop getting so close, lining people up, sending them your personal business. I was guilty of that too. I'm friends with who I'm friends with. We've been friends with for a long time. I keep a certain distance, and I don't do too much because it could be messy. But I understand not to share anything that I have not already put out publicly or I wouldn't put out publicly. Nothing is talked about on the back end that I won't say right here on this here camera. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, did that, Pearly. You too late. Ooh, somebody tell Pearly. I don't got that picture on here. Let me tell you, Pearly. Story time. Jack. Smile through the tears. Call it on nonsense. Tell Pearly that already happened more than once. Tell Pearly it happened already more than once. It's happened more than once, girl. I just wasn't on this side of town yet. Let me tell you, okay? So it's late night. I'm doing a live, running my mouth about somebody else's business, okay? And I'm in the bed looking like Miss Seeley, okay? I think I had my hair back in a bun, and I was laid back. My hair was smushed up, baby. I went to go to the kitchen, being a big bag to get a snack out the fridge. I went to go get a big bag out the fridge and opened the fridge, forgetting, girl, you ain't covered. And the light hit me, and it said, "Hello, smush bun, nappy bun, a mess, baby." I look like I ain't had but two strands of hair. It looked like I ain't had but two strands of hair, a little cottontail in the back, a little rabbit cottontail in the back. And when I tell you, people ran with it, I laughed. I put the picture up myself. It did shake me, but not because I cared about what people thought. I legit have never been exposed to the public for almost 15 years. Ever since I started covering, nobody has seen me unless you were supposed to see me uncovered. And so I was mad about that part. I'm like, dang, like, how do I get myself caught up like that out here? So I felt bad about that. I told my husband about it. He said it is what it is. He like, dang, babe, you can't be messing up like that. He was like, but it happened. Move on. So I'll be putting the picture on the screen myself. I don't give a damn. People think they got me, baby. I said, call me bald head, small head, nappy head, nappy head. But this husband loves me, and I be parlaying up in here. He big daddy. He take care of all the household bills. I ain't gotta worry. So let me be nappy and happy, baby. It already happened. Maybe one day, I think it's on my StreamYard. If I go live on StreamYard one day, maybe I'll put it up for you so you can have a good laugh. But yeah, baby, it's happened twice. Okay? They got to see my fat neck and my nappy bun. My nappy Muslim. I call it the nappy Muslim bun. Baby, ain't no shame in my game at all. Okay? I be chilling over here. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I enjoyed y'all. Thanks for stopping by, supporting the live. I hope to see you guys again. Toodles, be kind. Compliment somebody today if you haven't. And smile a little bit more. All right, y'all. Bye.